Hey YouTube, hey everybody on X, Chuck. So, day 2 in my new hardware for AI4 Model Y. Just picked it up yesterday. I knocked out my Memorial Park drive yesterday. If you want to take a look at that, it was a nice, good first impressions. The software was amazing on that rather random drive that I do. But now let's go do some unprotected left-hand turns. I'm still on 12.5. I did not get the 5.1 branch last night. It still has not checked apparently since yesterday at 2:36, and I am on the advanced branch. Maybe I'll get the .1 and we'll see what happens. But let's knock out some unprotected left-hand turns and get them going. I'm really loving the way this car is handling this new software version with all these parameters. The slight improvement in suspension, noise reduction in this new Model Y is great. Obviously, it's a placebo of having a brand new car also. Who doesn't like a new car? And just so I'm going to keep reiterating this, I did not buy this car just to get 12.5. It was just the logistics of my son wanting to buy a used car made it happen. All right, slight creep. It's wide open to the left. It's not open to the right. Is it going to go and stop? Needs to stop, needs to stop. Boy, it did stop, and it should roll right there. That was an aggressive run to the median. I did not feel a question mark, but it waited. I will see if my rear end was sticking out a little bit, but if it was okay because there was no oncoming traffic. Maybe it knew that. In the drone footage I caught of the ADAS operators, it was definitely doing a more pronounced right question mark. It is starting to make me think, were they manually driving that to get some data to feed back into the network? Maybe that wasn't FSD driving. Who knows? In any case, let's try some more. All right, round 2, here we go. See if I hit the traffic just right. Looks like it's definitely going to be sporadic based on the street light down a couple miles. It's about a mile, a little half mile, something like that. All right, we do need to wait just a little bit. This is kind of good. We got a big truck. We got a little bit of sparse traffic here. An aggressive push, it will go next, but it probably shouldn't go because it's wide open. Oh, it went for it. Wow, it was wide open after that. And then, is it fitting in the median? Because we got a lot of traffic from the right. There's my cameras looking out here and out the back. It feels like I'm sticking out a little bit. Okay, do not go. My foot is right on the brake. The steering wheel's moving. It can go in the left lane. And if it goes in the left lane, it fits. That's good. 12.5 is doing that. Did you see that Suburban driving right by in the middle lane? It used to wait on all that traffic. It went into the middle lane, I'm sorry, the left lane when it was open, which is what a human does, as long as you can get into that lane. Some people debate that what if a car is merging? If they're using their blinkers, you're going to see that. That was number 2. That was a very aggressive jump. But it made it, and it did a great job. Nice job, Tesla. The only comment I would make about that is it was wide open for a mile after that truck. So did it not have the ability of seeing beyond the truck to know that it was wide open, or did it just take its first opportunity that it calculated it knew it could make? That's the way it felt to me. As a human, it would have been an obvious choice to wait another 3 seconds and then just wait. But instead, it jumped out in front of a truck. Anyway, it was safe. It was done well. This is why we're out here supervising. Let's try another one. All right, here we go. Round 3. See how we hit the traffic here this time. All right, there's our NHTSA stop and our slow creep. All right, we got some traffic. A lot of traffic. Okay, so we're going to be sitting here for a little bit, and I'm hoping it just doesn't budge, because it's very obvious to me it has nowhere to go. It should just sit here and wait. It's wide open to the right, so we should just be looking dedicated to the left here. I don't know if you can see in my screen, but I do have a car right behind me. He's turning left also. All right, here in about another 10 seconds, maybe less, we have a wide open gap, and it should go all the way to the median. It may be able to make the whole way if it takes the left lane. It needs to wait because now the left lane is closed. Perfect. Now, don't go there. Oh gosh, if you go there, okay. I'm taking off because the truck just jumped out. That was a very bad decision. It did not have what it needed to do to get away. I don't know if you can see that truck behind me now. He was changing into the lane I jumped into. It hesitated and it waited. And now it ended up jumping out in front of traffic. So that was a downer, guys. We can't be doing that. And I should have probably disengaged, but it had already started rolling. And that's just the way that worked. And there goes the truck I was talking about. He was even turning his blinker on just to show me I had my blinker on. All right, that was a fail. And it was a fail because of the decision it made and the acceleration it used into a gap. Let's try another one. Okay, here we go again. So that last one shook me up a little bit. And I will say, if it had used the right Tesla-style acceleration, it could have worked, but it just didn't. Okay, we have a lot of traffic coming from the left again and nothing from the right, so very similar to the last time. We're just kept to sit here and not budge. I notice I'm not seeing the creep limit on the line here. I am seeing the median limit being projected. And there was a tiny gap there, and I'm glad it did not budge. It looks like we got to wait another, probably, well, no, there's another. It's creating some medium gaps that I hope it doesn't jump for. So there is a gap coming up, but it's right in front of a semi. That's a big truck, guys. Don't jump in front of that. Oh, and it jumped in front of it. Okay, see, that was legal, comfortable, but I wouldn't have done that. I just would have waited because there was a bigger gap behind it. That truck, you know, they use air brakes. They don't like to have to slow down when they're motoring. Now, it needs to wait here. I'm a little less comfortable with its decision making in this spot right here. No. Oh, it tapped its brakes. Do not go there in front of that truck. I don't know why this is more uncomfortable than at the creep limit. Now it's open. It'll go. So that was the correct decision, but it released its brakes just a smidge in front of that dump truck, just like it did last time, and then it committed. So that is what I'm talking about, where you start to get experience with the car and feel what it might be doing. In that situation, it didn't proceed, but maybe that was just a number of feet that were different in that scenario where it didn't go. You can't be jumping in front of traffic unless you're really ready to punch it. And honestly, that's not a good solution for this generalized solution yet. Okay, let's try another one. All right, here we go again. See how we hit the traffic this time. It's a stop. Can't see anything. Need to creep. There's the creep limit. So it is there. It just went away on that last one when I was talking about it. All right, we do have a nice little group of traffic here. And then some weird small gaps that it might go for. Right after this car, it's got to go. You can't wait. Okay, go. That was the good commit. And it should be able to roll this one in the left lane. So that was good. When it commits, and I know it commits, I'm comfortable with it. It's when it does the slight little maybe I should do this type of commit that feels very uncomfortable to me. Didn't feel it on that one. It's like the median commit feels different than the creep limit commit right after the NHTSA stop. Just to try to describe to you how it feels. This is better. Don't get me wrong. It's not perfect with that one. It jumped out in front of traffic. It's better. Let's try some more. All right, here we go again. Hardware 4. Chuck's unprotected left. Let's see what we got here. There's our NHTSA stop and our creep limit. Interesting. Okay, we've got a slowing traffic. These gaps were shrinking because of the way they were slowing. Very sparse here. There's a do not go here. I'm going to disengage if you go. Okay, that car was just very rapidly approaching. Here's the gap. Go. Commit though. All right, you got to fit in the median. You got to fit. Okay, I had to disengage there because it did not give me the comfort. It was going into the median with the speed of that oncoming approaching traffic. It committed into a small gap. It was open to the right, but it left its rear end sticking out with very rapid approaching traffic there. So that's where I needed the question mark. I needed to be at a better angle inside the median. And I don't know about what you guys think when you're seeing this from overhead. I don't feel like it's doing an aggressive question mark like I thought I was seeing from the ADAS operators a few days ago. This is 12.5, 0, I guess you could say. So I don't, maybe that's a .1 feature. In any case, that was a disengagement due to the median behavior. All right, here we go. We do have a lead car turning to the right. So we might miss some of the traffic, but we will get to kind of see how it treats this vehicle turning to the right. And then it's going to give us another NHTSA stop, which is what it's been doing the whole time. And then we should go to the creep limit. And we need to wait. Okay, there's 2 cars and then a very large gap. And this could be a roller. Let's see. The left lane is now free. Is it gonna fit? And then wait, okay, there is a car in the middle lane approaching, and it very, very confidently stayed in the left lane. So in that light traffic scenario, it did a really good job. I don't know if you can see that car now fitting right next to me. That was good. This is a new behavior using this left lane. It's done it in the past, but it's in 12.5, it feels like it's more confident using the first available open lane than requiring all 3 lanes to be open. But I really feel you got to get the angle in the median right. And if you're not in the median, the right angle, you need to behave a little differently. You need to be more aggressive about getting out of the median, or perhaps taking a first opportunity, because you just can't be sticking out with fast approaching cars that may not be paying attention, or that would love to make an insurance claim against a Tesla. Any case, let's try another one. All right, here we go. We're getting to 8:30. The traffic may be starting to lighten up a little bit as everybody gets to work. There's our NHTSA stop. Heading to the creep limit. Let's see what we got this time. Very small gap it can go for, and it's going to turn the roller. So that was a good one. It took the first gap plenty of time, and if it had waited or hesitated there, it would have ended up waiting a little bit longer. Not too much, but that was good. It did not need to wait and decide. It knew it had room. Had it waited another second, the gap would have shrunk. So I would call that a really good one. Nice job. All right, here we go. Had a lead car turning to the right there. Wide open to the left. Yeah, traffic's starting to get lighter. So there's another wide open roller. There's a medium car, one coming to the left, but a good distance and a decent acceleration curve that did not impact the car behind us. So that's probably what we're going to call a quiz today. Let's end up on a good one. Light traffic, it's doing great. Heavy traffic, I'm not going to give it a pass yet, because it's leaving itself in an unsafe situation a couple times. It jumped out into traffic in front of very fast traffic that was rapidly approaching. That is not the way to do this. So it is a 2-part, 3-part problem. You know, if you're not in a good spot in the median, you're forced to make rash decisions to get out of that bad spot. But if you can get yourself to a good spot in the median, you can pretty much wait all day. And in that situation, it didn't. It jumped out into some traffic. That was the only glaring scenario I saw, was kind of part 2. I don't have a problem with part 1 of the problem, where it's jumping out in front of the cars. I still believe it cannot see as far as I can, and it's making decisions at its first available opportunity rather than the most optimum opportunity. But that's just the way the problem's being solved right now, and I'm okay with that. But just try to describe it to you how it's working. In any case, let me know what you think in the comments below. I'll put this out, and we'll have to come up with some more testing for 12.5. Have a great day, everybody.